The following is a presentation of the HAN Network, the leader for local news, sports, and more in southwestern Connecticut.
Turn your mic on. Oh, it's on. It's just turned down all the way.
Wilton and Ridgefield in the FCIAC championship for baseball. When they first met this season, it was a 2-1 Warriors win. How will they settle the dust now when we crown a champion at the end of the night? Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Frank Renito with Kevin Coleman and Allison Gaskins. We have been down to field level. We have caught up with coaches, talked to the players. There's an excitement in the air, Kevin. One more champion to be crowned this spring.
How about this? Ridgefield Wilton back in it, and they meet in an FCIAC final again. Of course, you all remember that insane and exciting FCIAC final in basketball. Now they get to meet again in the FCIAC baseball final.
The good news for the players, Allison, is that there are going to be no weather issues whatsoever today. It will not be cold. It will not be raining. It is a perfect day for baseball.
Absolutely perfect day for baseball. Also, both teams have already played here in Harvard Yard, so I think that maybe their nerves are a little more settled this game.
And both teams have got to feel very confident with their aces on the mound now. The starting pitchers are going to be Billy Black and Colin Lowe. Is there an edge you want to give early on one side or the other?
I think the big thing in this game, it's going to be a pitching duel, so I think it's all about the little things and taking advantage of any opportunity that the other team might give you.
Billy Black was the pitcher earlier in the season, Kevin, when these two teams met. He got the complete game win. It was Alex Price going for the Tigers. Does Black have the advantage facing the lineup compared to Lowe, who's going to see the Warriors for the first time?
I think both pitchers have the advantage. We were speaking on Nutmeg Sports earlier today. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I know Wilton, they're coming in hot offensively. Ridgefield's been great offensively all year, but I think these two pitchers are overpowering. So I think the bats, they may silence the bats today.
You talk about coming in hot. We were talking with Coach Egan, Allison, and he said he would settle for half the production they got in that first inning. But again, a key message tonight is getting a fast start against their rival Ridgefield.
He said they're carrying a ton of momentum from that last semifinals game over into this game, but his team feels pretty settled, and again, he's preaching the same message to his guys, just to remain calm and enjoy the moment.
On the other side, Ridgefield, not as luxurious a win in the semifinals. They had to squeak one out, maybe squeeze one out against Trumbull with a 3-2 victory, and they did it the way they've won games all year, Kevin, playing small ball. Once again, John Thrasher had his hands all over that victory.
You're going to call it squeeze bun again this time, my friend? No, the Ridgefield offense, and they're aggressive on the base pad too, and you saw that in that game against Trumbull. You're right. They squeezed one out because Trumbull was making that nice comeback in that top of the 7th inning, but Ridgefield was able to hold it out. Credit Colin Lowe for closing the game down. You're going to see him start today. The bats came alive around the middle parts of the inning. John Thrasher again showing why he's probably one of the best players on this lineup.
It's certainly going to be an exciting night to say the least. Fans are starting to filter in. We expect a capacity crowd here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. Allison, Kevin, and I are going to step aside briefly here. When we get back, we'll have highlights of the semifinals and continue to get you ready for first pitch, which is at 7 p.m. here in Bridgeport on the HAN Network.
Part of banking well is doing good. That's why, with the support of local community partners, Bankwell has launched the Bankwell Pet Adoption Project to boost awareness about the hundreds of animals in local shelters that need a home. And when you donate to the cause using the Bankwell self-service coin machines, we'll match your donation. For details, visit mybankwell.com/pleaseadoptme. Bank smart, bank local, bank well.
On time, done right, safe Let our satisfied customers tell it.
I have called Mr. Handyman for every reason, every occasion, every broken item, every leak. They have bailed me out on many occasions, and I would recommend them to anyone.
For any project, large or small.
Have a sports injury or a slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Biking, golf, tennis, soccer, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care open Monday through Saturday, now at 3 locations: 131 Kings Highway North in Westport, the iPark building at 761 Main Avenue, Norwalk, and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
At the Milford Bank, we offer an extensive selection of lending products and services to meet virtually any need. Submit your application online in our Mortgage Web Center. Start to finish, you can apply for a loan in as little as 10 minutes. Our knowledgeable and helpful staff are available to meet with you at your convenience. To learn more about what we can do for you, stop by one of our Milford Bank offices or visit us at milfordbank.com. The Milford Bank, always there. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back at the ballpark at Harbor Yard as we are getting ready for the FCIAC Championship in baseball. The Route 7 rivalry reignited on the diamond tonight, Wilton and Ridgefield. Let's take a look at how the two teams got here, though. First, Wilton's 12-3 win over the Darien Blue Wave in the FCIAC semis. Cool with the sound off behind it as this one is poked out to right field. Batson can't control it cleanly. Shremke's going to score easily. It's an RBI single, and the Warriors have the lead. As this one is a hot shot towards Brown. He's going to come home with it. The throw is down low, and O'Malley can't control it. Rounding third and heading to the plate, scoring standing up, is Lefrieri. It's an error on the first baseman, 2-run score, and it is a 3-0 Tribe lead. As a grounder towards the middle. Williams can't stab at that one. It's into the outfield. Being rounded towards home is Phillips. Jordan's going to come up throwing, and it's offline, and it runs to the backstop. Judson takes a turn at second. He's off to third. Put another quarter in the merry-go-round as everything is working for Wilton. Pitch from Getty's in there, and it's lined back up the middle. Lands in right center. Shermecki rounding third. He will score. Being held at third is Cajal. It's another RBI single for Lefrieri. The lead is 8-0. As runners off bases, this one is out towards right field, tailing off. And Shermecki coming over. He makes the catch with room. It's deep enough that it is going to score Fox. But how about the throw from Shermecki?
My goodness. Well, how about the catch? There's a lot of room out there out in right field in that foul territory near the bullpen.
This one is roped out to left field. Is it fair? Yes, and it's going to roll all the way to the wall. Donano will score. Conley heading for second. He will stay there with a stand-up double as the Tribe gets one back. Keeping an eye on Cajal is Jordan. This pitch is a line drive. It's off the glove of Marin and into left field. Cajal heading for third. He's being wound towards home. We'll see if Williams can get a cutoff throw there. It's to the plate and misses. To send the Warriors to the FCIAC Championship. The pitch in there, strike three, and Wilton will play for the title on Friday night. They knock off the defending champions by a final of 12-3. So an 8-run first inning powering the Warriors on, but talking with Coach Egan, he was most impressed with their third inning where they put up 3 runs after Darien had started to chip away at that big lead.
And that's what was important about that game. That was kind of the turning point because we know how good Darien's offense is, especially 3, 4, and 5 batters. So the fact that they tacked on a couple more insurance runs was so huge for that game. But how about Shermecki? I mean, the leadoff hitter, that's one of my key points today, leading off for the Wilton Warriors. Can he be aggressive against Colin Lowe? And then Colin Cahal was also aggressive at bat, too, in their semifinal game. So at the top of the order, Wilton is very aggressive.
Aggressive at the plate. They scored 12 runs, Allison, but they were so strong defensively as well. Not a single error by the Warriors in that semifinal game.
Well, Coach Egan said you can never get too comfortable. So I think that's how his team played. They weren't going to make errors. They weren't going to give anything over to Darien. Darien was definitely trying to chip away, but they held him to it.
So while Wilton sat and awaited a opponent for tonight's game, they got to see their rivals, the Ridgefield Tigers, taking on the defending runner-up Trumbull Eagles. Trumbull had been to 4 of the last 5 FCIAC championships. It would not be 5 and 6. Ridgefield, again, just scratching and clawing their way to another victory. They're 17th on the season, and it's good enough to book them a ticket for Friday night's championship. Here are the highlights from the Tigers' semifinal win. For the shortstop, as he hits one out towards center field. Thrasher coming in, going out to make the play was Motili. Couldn't get there. The first run will cross the plate, as it is an RBI single. 1-2 to Sosai. Lined out to left field. Diving to his left to make the play is Makia.
What a catch out in left field. Saves the Ridgefield Tigers, and now it's still only 1-0. What a catch.
The Eagles get one across the board, but Makia keeps it from being much more. Pitch to Columbia. Roped out to the left center gap. That ball's going to get down. We are tied at 1. Hannah heading towards third. They look over to second. Do they get it in time? No, safe. It's an RBI double. Runners on second and third, and Farrow now in a bit of trouble. I'll tell you, 3-1, the squeeze is probably off. Tell you what, at 3-1, the squeeze is probably on. As they get the out at first with Thrasher, the squeeze works though.
Great call.
Not the tallest goaltender right now.
As this one skips by, Brugman heading in to score from third is Low, and now it is a 3-1 lead in the bottom of the 5th.
For baseball, say if Friday does not work out.
As Sosai turns on one to left center field. Over is Thrasher to make the catch.
How about the running catch by Thrasher?
Ruchalski scores. Sosai can't believe it. He's standing on second thinking he's got himself an easy double. That ball just got stuck up in the wind. Another ball down in the dirt. Heading for third. The throw is on the money. Last 5. They could be on the outside looking in. The pitch is popped over towards third. Fielding and firing to first. The Tigers are heading back to Harbor Yard Friday night. We've got a Wilton Ridgefield FCIAC championship. Despite an impressive pitching performance from Trumbull's Ben Farrow, Alex Price gets the win. He was so strong. Colin Lowe gets the save. He'll get the start tonight. Does he benefit a little bit from having come in and getting to throw an inning in that last game?
I think so. I think both pitchers are going to benefit from this. They're not used to coming in out of the bullpen, so I think that's why you saw them get off to a little bit of a slow start out of the pen. But I think these are 2 strong pitchers who are used to their routine of warming up. We saw both pitchers kind of warm up, do their own thing before they're getting ready to go on the bump. So wouldn't be surprised if these 2 throw a gem.
And for Ridgefield, Allison, now this is their first championship game since 2000. They're 1-2 in the conference title game, only winning in 1998. So this is a foreign experience for these Tigers, and that's exactly right. What was the message from Coach Fabry to the team now as they get ready for this one?
To be loose. He completely described them as loose. He said it's not time to give them a big speech because all it's going to do is add more pressure to an already pressure-filled game.
It should be a lot of fun. We are getting closer and closer to that first pitch. As the Tigers are finishing their pregame warm-ups, we step aside one more time, and we'll have the starting lineups for you when we get back on the HAN Network.
Spring has sprung at Walter Stewart's Market, and we're celebrating the new season with fresh takes on spring. From the finest produce around to guaranteed fresh seafood delivered daily by the best local supplier. Not only are we your time-saving one-stop shop for everything you need this season, our personable team is always ready with a helping hand. Shop Stewart's for the best of spring. Find us at 229 Elm Street, New Canaan, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
If you've ever thought about owning a motor coach or learning about what it's like to travel the open road in superior style and comfort, then contact Dave's RV Center in Danbury, Connecticut. Offering the best quality Class A motorhomes from Newmar, travel trailers and fifth wheel lines from Surveyor, and a toy hauler line from Work and Play. Choose from Newmar's Gas Line, Baystar and Canyon Star, or from Newmar's Diesel Line, Ventana and Dutch Star. And with unparalleled service and maintenance, Dave's RV is committed to keeping you and your motor coach safely on the road and enjoying it to the fullest. Stop by their showroom, 2 Industrial Plaza Road, Danbury, Connecticut, or call 877-483-3866.
At In Sports Trumbull, the game is always on inside. Sign-ups are now open for one of our most popular programs, the New England 80 Elite Lacrosse Division I and Division III showcases. With D1 and D3 coaches in attendance, players will receive a 60-minute webinar with Director of Recruiting Hans Hansen, a custom NE80 penny, custom shorts, and a video of all games. Last year's event sold out quickly, so sign up now for the next showcase coming in January 2018. Like and follow us on Facebook.
Want a new experience in car buying? Scap Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with one of the largest inventories of new 2- and 4-door Wranglers. We are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Come visit our new Ram Truck Center. Browse our websites, scapchryslerjeep.com or scapdodge.net to find the new Jeep, Chrysler Dodge car, minivan, or Ram truck you've been looking for. Just 2 miles from both I-95 or the Merritt Parkway exit 44. Save thousands right now during the Drive and Discover event. Now through May 31st.
Did you know heart attacks and strokes are the leading cause of death in America? Protect the health of you and your loved ones. Talk to a doctor about heart disease. Hi, I'm Dr. David Pazer with Pro Health Physicians, encouraging you to stay informed about health matters that affect you.
Pro Health Physicians is on the pulse of social media to share information about health and nutrition with the community. Get up-to-the-minute alerts, including Pro Health Physicians news and upcoming events. Connecticut's leading group of primary care doctors is just a click away.
If you're watching this broadcast, you're not alone. The HAN network is available for 200,000 Connecticut cable customers on the Frontier network, and we've also reached more than 2 million viewers on our free live streaming sports, news, and entertainment broadcasts. To reach our rapidly growing audience, contact Advertising Director Jessica Murrin at 203-273-7312 or email jessica@han.network.
We are back on the HAN Network at the ballpark at Harbor Yard as Assistant Commissioner Joe Matafari has made his way out to home plate. He is standing alongside tonight's umpires as the coaching staffs will come out as well to go over the ground rules. We got a great look before at the student section on the Wilton sideline as you're now seeing a less occupied Ridgefield sideline at the moment, but Kevin, from initial traffic reports, we anticipate to see more of the players arriving in the time, more of the fans arriving in the next half hour or so.
This both towns and both schools travel really well, and we expect to see the Ridgefield crowd pile in. And you mentioned that traffic. It got pretty bad, and of course, it's a Friday afternoon. It's Friday evening. You always know 95 is going to be a little jam-packed, so fans will eventually pile in, but start to see a nice crowd, and Wilton's got their student session here as you see coaches exchanging lineups.
And, of course, you talk about 95 traffic, a holiday weekend as well, as it is Memorial Day. And this is a game that I think after this year it might be worth exploring playing on Friday night because this is a lot of fun. And after the lacrosse beatdown last night, hopefully this is a better note to end the FCIAC season on.
Frank, I certainly think this is going to be a much better game than what we saw last night. But I think the things we could take away positively from last night's championship game was just to watch the dominance of the Darien Blue Wave in boys lacrosse. I think that's what you can take away from it. I know the score itself was very lopsided, but this was a great great Darien Blue Wave team who showcased why they want to be and deserve to be one of the top teams in the nation, boys lacrosse.
As Tim Egan here, a little more animated than you might expect, and he could be talking about some of the issues they had out in that bullpen. The left bullpen really caused a lot of problems with balls that were pulled down the line. As we can also see now down to our left, Billy Black warming up. Allison, you were here with us for that first game, Darien and Wilton, and Billy came in to pitch the 7th. He asked Coach Egan if he could come in, but he struggled a little bit. He wanted to get acclimated to the surroundings. Does he have a much better outing here in the first inning?
I would expect he does. I would expect he absolutely does because he looks composed, he looks calm. His warm-up, I don't know if you watched him out there, but I did, and he seemed collected, and I think that he's going to carry that over to the mound.
On the other side, Kevin, Colin Lowe is heading out to the bullpen. He's been so strong all year, and we talked a lot about what made Ridgefield such a scary team was the 1-2 combo of Price and Lowe. No Price available tonight. He went over the pitch limit to be able to be available tonight. But they still have options for Wilton. There's no Rusin available, but they still have Gabriel, who I thought pitched very well against Darien for those 3 innings. And again, you're at a situation now in the year where you've got your ace on the mound. And in high school sports, your best player needs to be the best player and carry you to a championship if you're going to win.
I think both sides have strong bullpens, but tonight I'd really be surprised if one team had to go deep into their bullpen just because of how strong both pitchers are. Again, like I said, I really do think we're going to see a pitcher's duel tonight, and it would only be fitting to that these two rivals go into a pitcher's duel because Billy Black is extremely talented. Colin Lowe is extremely talented. They both pitch pretty similar too. Both right-handed pitchers have that aggressive fastball. They like to go after hitters. They also can mix speeds up, throw a nice little breaking ball in there. And they got good catchers too who can call great games. Donano, I thought, called a great game considering they had to go to the bullpen early against Darien in the semifinal game for Wilton. We're going to see a great game, and 1 through 9, I think these are very strong lineups for both sides.
Wilton comes in their regular season record of 15-4. They were 12-4 in the FCIAC. Still yet to lose a game this season as the home team. Ridgefield was 15-5, 12-4 in the regular season as their starting lineup is announced now. And for that lineup, let's go over to Kevin.
And the starting lineup for the Ridgefield Tigers tonight will go as seen. Batting first in left field is Tony Macchia. You can't forget about the great catch he made in the semifinals against Trumbull. Batting second, the second baseman, Colin Motil. Batting third, the third baseman, Matt Stamatis. In the cleanup spot, the designated hitter, Quinn McDonald. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Pete Columbia. Batting sixth, the center fielder, John Thrasher. In the seventh spot on the mound tonight is the pitcher, Colin Lowe. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Matt Collin. And batting ninth, the right fielder, Dan Ignatowicz. And behind the plate tonight will be Ben Cohen.
So no Price in the lineup. We did see him play right field, though, at the end of that game. But we've seen Ignatowicz throughout the season. He had a good game, I thought, when we were at Governor's Park, and the Tigers played against New Canaan in a win there.
And, I think they benefit. They let Alex Price have a little bit of a breather. And how about that? They get to have the luxury of getting him off the bench if needed. He's a good athlete. He's good, actually. He's a great hitter. Of course, everyone knows him as the great pitcher he is, but he actually has a good bat. So if they need to have a pinch hitter, he's also got some speed, so you may see him as a pinch runner as well.
As they will announce the rest of the roster along with the starters here in the championship game.
And you got to give Coach Paul Fabry a lot of credit. He, coming in, hasn't been a part of this baseball program for long. Of course, he was a hockey coach at Ridgefield High School for many years, and coming in, kind of taking over this program and starting from scratch. And he's done an excellent job. And look what he's done. He's brought this team to the FCIAC final. He's got a great set of kids here, and it's always a pleasure to talk to him. He's always got a positive attitude, and he's a great coach and great for the community of Ridgefield as well.
Paul Fabry, the manager, and now it is Tim Egan entering into a large applause from the Wilton contingent here in Bridgeport as we go through the lineup for the Warriors. It'll be number 17, Henry Shermecki in right field leading off. Colin Cahal having himself quite the postseason, playing second and batting second. Dylan Lifrieri, the shortstop, number 31, is third. Matt DeLisa, the left fielder, number 21, in the cleanup spot. Dooley, the first baseman, will hit fifth. Cole Juddleson, the designated hitter, hitting sixth. Kyle Phillips, the third baseman, in the seventh spot. The catcher, Jack Donano, hits eighth. And Drew Conley, your second leadoff hitter in center field. At the number 9 spot, Juddleson is hitting for Billy Black, who will start on the mound. Allison, we've talked about the importance of Wilton getting that fast start, how much Coach Egan wants it. On the other side for the Tigers, they've played from behind a lot this year, but in a championship game, do they put a little extra pressure on themselves, hoping to get to the ace, Billy Black, early on?
You have to put the pressure. The pressure has to come early because the first team to get on the board, that's the team that's going to get the confidence, and that's going to carry over throughout the rest of the game.
We are going to step aside now with the starting lineup for the Warriors all out there. We'll be right back. We've got the first pitch in the FCIAC Championship coming up after this.
You don't have to go far for authentic Neapolitan cuisine and renowned wood-fire pizza. Pizzeria Loretano of Bethel is a contemporary Italian bistro, specializing in authentic wood-fired brick oven pizza Napolitana. Pizzeria Loretano was named one of America's top 1,000 Italian restaurants in 2008 by Zagat, and recommended by Jane and Michael Stern on National Public Radio's Splendid Table. Located close to the Bethel Cinema, we focus on quality, and our food is always made to order. Join us for live jazz Sundays from 6 to 8. Find our schedule, menu, and more at pizzerialoretano.com and like us on Facebook.
At Wooster School, we believe summer is a time for kids to be kids. We provide the safe and nurturing environment for them to find activities that match their interests and allow them to create lasting friendships. Summer at Wooster offers 7 weekly sessions at our Danbury campus from Monday, June 26th through Friday, August 11th for pre-K to grade 8. Find out more about our extended hours, new optional lunch program, and a new low price at summer@worcester.org or 203-830-3921. Summer at Wooster, experience the difference.
At Budget Blinds, we're in business to frame the light, the day, and the night. So we give you an exclusive combination of high style, expert service, our no surprises pricing, and our no questions asked warranty. We believe that everyone, at every budget, deserves style and service. Isn't that a beautiful place to be?
I can't believe it.
Well, Dad, you did it. You sold 160 cars. Ready to go back upstairs now?
I think it's time. I wonder how the boys are making out in their new office.
Not what I had in mind, Kyle. What, Dad?
Maybe we should retire. Right now, lease a 2017 Rogue S for only $139 a month.
Isn't it time you got Millerized?
The new fishing season is fast approaching, so it's time to head over to the dock shop and get your gear in order. We're now offering bait in both Darien and our Westport location. The dock shop can service and repair your rods and reels, spool up new line, and fill any empty space you might have in your tackle box. Whether you're a fisherman, boater, or beach bum, the dock shop is a unique place to shop. The dock shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, dockshop.com.
We are back on the HAN Network with our coverage of the 2017 FCIAC postseason, the baseball championship at the ballpark at Harbor Yard as the Wilton Warriors take to the field. They are the home team as the number 2 seed. The number 4 Ridgefield Tigers will bat first. Frank Renito with Kevin Coleman and Allison Gaskins. Guys, I'll ask you both the same question. Keys to success, what do these teams need to do today? Allison, I will start with you.
These two teams need to play like a team. They need to work together. They need to execute communication and honestly just keep up the energy on the field and encourage each other.
Kevin, your keys to success.
Clean defense. I think we saw some sloppy play a little bit in the semifinals, which is the reason why Darien and Trumbull are sitting home now and Wilton and Ridgefield are in it. But Ridgefield and Wilton as well had a little bit of sloppy play out in the field. So if both teams can calm the nerves in this first inning and play some solid defense, that's what the key to success for me is.
Billy Black getting the start, the ace all season long for Ridgefield, and he pitched so well. Missed out on Player of the Year in the FCIAC. That was awarded to Ben Kasparius of Staples earlier today, Kevin. And, of course, Ben, very deserving when you think about the career he had as well as his senior season.
Ben Kasparius. Well, what more can you say about the future Tar Heel? I mean, the kid is a great athlete. He's just, you see him and you just know he has the baseball IQ, and a great pitcher, and not to mention he's got a great bat too. Of course, we saw that big home run he hit in that quarterfinal game. Of course, Staples ended up losing that game, but that was a shot. Kid's got a nice pop off the bat, but a great pitcher who threw a no-hitter this year, and has left a great legacy for him at Staples High School.
We know that this is not the easiest ballpark to hit a home run at, but when you look back at Wilton's win, it was a lot of timely and just well-placed hits. They were a line drive hitting team that game, and it was what allowed them to continue and score more and more runs.
Well, Coach Egan, said it perfectly. I think the game plan was to take small bites, especially early on in that game. That's how they were able to tack on 8 runs in that first inning.
As Donato heads back behind the plate after one final word with the pitcher Billy Black, the left fielder Tony Macchia digs in to the left side of the batter's box. And we are underway in the FCIAC Championship with the first pitch outside for a ball, 1-0.
Tony Macchia had that great catch out in left field that almost saved Ridgefield's win. And if he doesn't make that catch out in left field against the Trumbull Eagles in the semifinal game, Ridgefield may not be here tonight.
Second pitch from Black is in there for a strike. The count now 1-1. It's now 1-2. Macchia swinging over the top of that one. 2 good bounce back pitches for Black after missing with his first one. The 1-2 to the leadoff Macchia. Swung on and missed, strike 3.
And that's exactly what Black wanted to do. He was eager to get back out there on the mound and get some redemption.
Struggled a little bit, but it was not a big deal with a 12-3 lead in the semifinals, but a great start for the ace here in the championship.
You see that fastball pumping the velocity up here.
As this one is popped back and into the stands.
Very nice. Actually saw some nice catches in the stands on Wednesday during doubleheader.
That reminds me that I forgot to bring my glove inside from the car.
Well, Allison better watch out this time.
Allison is unfazed after what we saw the other night as another strike here, Black dealing early on.
I think it just froze, to be honest.
I thought you were ready to pull out the cat-like instincts there.
So Black quickly ahead 0-2 now to Motil as he tries to go outside. Just want a ball.
Good eye by Motil. Good idea by Billy Black and Donato behind the plate to set up outside, but just a little low. But a good setup for a 1-2 count.
Here is the 1-2 from Black. Just missed. 2-2 the count.
Just a little low. And again, you got to credit Motil. Good plate discipline.
As this one is a grounder up the middle. Moving to his left was Lifrieri, but he can't get there. Motil on with a single. With one away, and Stamatis coming up to the plate.
Nice little poke there by Colin. That's all you got to do is extend the hands. Just pokes that one out up the middle for base hit.
A good 2-strike swing. Just trying to put it in play, puts it back up the middle. As the third baseman steps in, he grounds one to short. Lifrieri off the low hop to Cajal at second, over to first, not in time.
Close play, but you got to credit Stamatis there. Just getting the foot on.
So 2 away with the force out at second. Stamatis on with the fielder's choice. That was very close. I think that Dooley might have even come off the bag. Just maybe a half second too soon.
It was close, but that's a bang play there. Tough call for the umpire to make. But Leafieri actually waited for that ball to come to him instead of going to the ball, and that made that throw a little slower.
This one upstairs. 1-1 the count. The Boston-bound Amtrak rolling by over the right field wall.
Nice pitch.
In there for strike 2. McDonald can't believe it. Unhappy with both pitches that were called strikes, and now he has to battle back with 2 strikes on him and 2 outs in the inning. Stamatis off first. Off speed up high, 2-2.
Good eye by Stamatis there. Off-speed pitch, way upstairs. Really small lead off first.
Going is Stamatis. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and that will retire the side. No runs, no errors. 1 hit and 1 left on base. It'll be Stremecki, Cajal, and Lifrieri coming up for the Warriors in the bottom half.
At Portofino Restaurant and Wine Bar in Bethel, fresh and simple food is our concept. Owned and operated by brothers Rocco and Louie, Portofino has a distinct and diverse food and drink menu. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Come join us for live local music on Tuesdays and Sundays, Wednesday nights for mouthwatering prime rib, and every Thursday night is ladies' night. Planning a party? All our catering menus are personalized to suit your event and your budget. Join us at the Dolan Plaza, 213 Greenwood Ave, Bethel, and call us at 203-797-8131. Like us on Facebook.
UK Gourmet is the largest specialty grocer in the area, featuring food from England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. Over 80 teas to choose from and a brilliant assortment of biscuits to go with them. Over 70 cheeses from grass-fed cows, which makes a smashing difference in taste. The creamiest chocolate you'll ever taste using no artificial colors or preservatives. So say hooray for UK Gourmet, 78 Stony Hill Road in Bethel, or visit ukgourmet.us.
When it comes to considering the outside of your home, just imagine the possibilities. Whether your dream is a stunning freeform pool or a tranquil, secluded garden, the team of professionals at Stonebridge Associates will make it a reality. We offer unparalleled landscape design and construction, masonry development, pools, spas, and water features, as well as landscape and garden maintenance. No other firm can offer the same level of creativity, quality, and personal attention. Discover the possibilities at stonebridgeassociates.net or call 203-544-8376 today.
Back on the HAN network as Wilton holds the Tigers off the board in the top of the first. Stremecki steps up to the plate. He will be the first batter that Colin Lowe will face. First pitch from Lowe, swung on and missed. Strike 1.
Stremecki swinging on the first pitch. You see that fastball by Colin Lowe. He can rear back and fire it.
And firing again as it's quickly 0-2 to the right fielder for the Tribe. The Tribe is out in full force tonight, lining the third base line. This one skips up over the glove of Cohen, maybe even off the elbow of our home plate umpire tonight.
Speaking about out in full force, check out this Wilton fan base that they've got going on.
They proved to be one of the best in the FCIAC during the winter season on that great basketball run.
Oh, good pitch by Colin Lowe. Just missed outside, but you're absolutely right. The Warrior Tribe, they come out in full force, and they're a fun group.
As the 2-2 pitch is a grounder to the left side. Stamatis off a big hop over to first, and Columbia able to scoop up into the dirt. There's one away.
Nice scoop by Columbia there. Not an easy play to make. But Frank, if you remember, during that basketball tournament, the Warrior Tribe, that tailgating scene we saw out there from them.
Well, we saw a little tailgate out in the dirt lot next door while we were walking around the ballpark.
Which is very cool to see. Perfect night for baseball here at Harbor Yard.
I'm thinking they were hoping you were going to come back down again. As a nasty breaking pitch there gets back over the place. Cahal was frozen, had his head between his knees in the fetal position. Here is the 0-1. This one a fastball. Fouled off to the right side. It's quickly 0-2 now to the second baseman, Cahal. Pitch misses down low, 1-2. Cahal is having quite the postseason. He had the game-tying and game-winning RBIs in Wilton's 3-2 win over Norwalk that took 9 innings in the quarterfinals. That pitch just missed 2-2. Then went 3 for 3 last game with a walk and a run scored and had an RBI as well. It was the defensive play, though, Allison, that impressed me most out of Colin in that semifinal game.
He had made a bunch of great catches over there near second base, and he went 3 for 3, right, for that game.
That is right, 3 for 3 as he's down, though, via a strikeout in his first appearance here. Now 2 away with Lifrieri, the shortstop, stepping up.
Nice pitch. Was that? It's like a 12-6 curveball, perhaps.
0-1 the count. Fastball ground to the left side, moving to his right, but it was just out of the reach of Colin. So both teams with a hit in the first inning. As Lifrieri is on with a single.
Looked like Lifrieri was sitting fastball on that pitch. All right, the part where he likes it and drives it out to left field for a base hit.
It will bring up Matt DeLisa. DeLisa was the last Wilton Warrior player to reach base in the semifinals. All 9 Warriors on at least one time in their 12-3 win over Darien. As Lowe has had a first pitch strike to all 4 batters he's faced so far. He's been ahead 0-2 to 3 of them.
Ridgefield still has to be careful about that throw down at first base. You remember the throwing error in that game against Trumbull in the first inning.
As the runner's going, Cohen's throw is not in time and skips into center field. Lifrieri never saw it, so he stays at second with a stolen base. And now a runner in scoring position with a 1-2 count to DeLisa.
Great jump by Lifrieri, especially with 2 strikes on him. Gets himself into second base, and Cohen's got a good arm too. That pitch was low in the dirt. Tough play for the catcher.
As that pitch is called, strike 3 on the outside corner. No runs with 1 hit, no errors, and a man left on base. At the end of 1, we are scoreless from the ballpark at Harbor Yard on the HAN Network.
Pizza to satisfy even the most demanding critics. Tuesday Pazza Pizza.
Family and Children's Aid has been serving the community since 1809 and is now the largest outpatient children's mental health care provider in Western Connecticut. Our innovative services include providing shelter to homeless moms and children, substance abuse intervention, mental health counseling, and foster and adoptive services, among others. Our goal is to provide individuals and families a safe haven and hope for a brighter future. Find out more about us at fcaweb.org and call our Danbury campus at 203-748-5689.
Wild Birds Unlimited.
At Wild Birds Unlimited of Brookfield, get expert advice from our certified bird feeding specialists. We offer always fresh, clean seed that will be sure to attract birds to your home feeder. Experience our excellent customer service. Open 7 days a week. Visit us at 317 Federal Road, Brookfield.
Wild Birds Unlimited. We bring people and nature together.
Back on the HAN Network, Frank Renito, Kevin Coleman, and Allison Gaskins at the FCIAC Championship from Harbor Yard. It will be Peter Columbia, John Thrasher, and the pitcher Colin Lowe coming up for the Tigers. And Allison, we said during the break there, really the start we expected here from both these pitchers.
Yeah, we said before it's going to be a pitching duel, and that's exactly what the first inning has proved to us so far.
Black missing down low, 1-0. Lowe dominant in that first inning, Kevin. Of the 4 batters he faced, 3 of them started off 0-2. I don't believe he threw more than 3 balls the entire inning.
Both pitchers have looked pretty confident so far, especially Colin Lowe in that last half inning. Except for the base hit, he looked pretty good. This is a big inning for Billy Black here to keep the momentum on his side. Again, another guy who's looked pretty dominant here early on.
As a 2-1 count to Columbia. Columbia had a great performance at the plate in the semifinals against Ben Farrow, one of the few Ridgefield hitters who was all over him from the start of the night. And, I mean, just a hair ahead of the pitches as he had a couple balls that were pulled out to the overpass on 95 down that left field line, and he earns himself a walk to start the second.
Good plate discipline from Pete Columbia. Works himself a leadoff walk. That's big for Ridgefield right now. And Columbia's got some wheels. Not a big jump off of first, though.
He's got some wheels. You've got Thrasher at the plate. Are we seeing bunt here?
We should go back to the tape from Wednesday night, my friend.
That is why Coach Fabry is down there, and I am standing up here with you. So 1-0, as they did say Fabry pulled back. We're going to check on Columbia, try to keep him close.
And Ridgefield has to be a little careful here. They did get picked off in that semifinal game.
As Thrasher swings at this one, it goes over to Motil, who tries to tag the runner, didn't get him, but he gets the out at first.
What a play by Cahal. Able to field that ball, able to tag him out. Well, it looks like Stamatis was never tagged. He's going to stay at second base.
That's right. Columbia stands on second as Cahal did not apply the tag there, but it was just a little too slow of a roller. Might have needed to charge that one instead of trying to let it come to him, Allison.
I thought he was pretty close, but I can't really see so well from this angle. Maybe if I was over on the first baseline. But I think he had the right idea.
That one is outside. 1-0 to Colin Lowe, the pitcher.
You see the replay right here. Cahal, you see him right there. Hey, Thrasher, man. That's a close play at first base.
So 1 away, a runner on second, and Lowe at the dish as a pitch down low.
But yeah, as you saw in that replay, Cahal clearly missed the runner there. But a good attempt, and at least they get that first out. It's important for Wilton here.
Black steps off the rubber. Wants to reset. Runner in scoring position with 1 out in the top of the second. The pitch is outside now, 3-0 is Black. A little difficulty. Well, they're going to say that is a called strike, Kevin. 2-1.
Colin Lowe would like to help his cause here if he can hit a base hit and get Columbia home.
As this is a grounder to the right side again. Cahal looks over to third. No chance with Columbia, but he retires low. Now 2 away on the first run of the game, just 90 feet from scoring.
And I think you'll take that if you're calling low. You got to hit it to the right side. You get that runner to move over to third base. Good piece of hitting.
As we will see the shortstop, Matt Collin. Swings at the first pitch, and this one is fouled to the right side, out of play.
Frank, if you remember, Matt Collin, I thought, made one of the plays of the game. I know Machia made that great catch in left field. If you remember, the infield was in. He made that great play at shortstop to fire home. If that run scores, we could be going to extra innings, but he makes an excellent play. I mean, that's a play that professional baseball players make, and he made it look easy.
As this one squirts by Donano, and coming home to score is Columbia.
I'm going to rule that a wild pitch there. Gets by Donano. Billy Black just looked like he threw a little too hard there. Gripped the ball a little too hard. Sometimes when that happens, and he gets in the dirt and just squeezes by Donano all the way back to the backstop. And Ridgefield Tigers getting out to that early lead.
As this one is flied out to right field. Stremecki moving to his right will make the catch on the run, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits. Excuse me, 1 run, no hits. There was an error, and there was no man left on base. Through 1.5, it is 1-0 Ridgefield.
Part of banking well is doing good. That's why, with the support of local community partners, Bankwell has launched the Bankwell Pet Adoption Project to boost awareness about the hundreds of animals in local shelters that need a home. And when you donate to the cause using the Bankwell self-service coin machines, we'll match your donation. For details, visit mybankwell.com/pleaseadoptme. Bank smart, bank local, bank well.
On time, done right, safe and reliable. MrHandymanCT.com.
Let our satisfied customers tell it.
I have called Mr. Handyman for every reason, every occasion, every broken item, every leak. They have bailed me out on many occasions, and I would recommend them to anyone.
For any project, large or small.
MrHandymanCT.com.
Bottom of the second from Harbor Yard. It'll be the designated hitter. Cole Judelson up second, Kyle Phillips batting third, and Jack Dooley stands in there now, the first baseman. As Ridgefield a 1-0 lead off the wild pitch from Billy Black. After Columbia had earned himself a walk, and he continues to embrace the opportunities at Harbor Yard.
And so far, Colin Lowe, 2 pitches, both on the outside in the dirt. Clearly staying away from the inside part of the plate where Dooley likes it.
The 2-0 pitch is roped down the left field line. Will it stay fair? Yes, and it's going to roll all the way to the corner. Dooley heading towards second. He will pull up there. It's a stand-up double as Macchia gets it in, and just the start that the Warriors needed in the bottom half of this inning.
I just said, first 2 pitches were on the outside part of the plate. I'm sure Colin Lowe would like to have that pitch back. That got a little too much of the inside part of the plate, middle in, and Dooley crushes it down the third base line.
And you go back to that semifinal matchup, what impressed Coach Egan most was their ability to respond when Darien scored some runs. So life shown again here as the Warriors give one up, but now look to respond in the bottom half, Allison.
Yeah, you can never get too comfortable, and that was exactly what Coach Egan kept preaching to his team. And so I think that when Ridgefield got on the board just a second ago, that they're going to come back with more energy.
As Coach Egan has a conversation here, does not like. Thought that might have been a balk, Kevin.
And that's what he went into the same motion that Colin Lowe did. Not happy, but he's not going to get it his way.
So now showing bunt is Phillips. Perfectly laid down right in front. They're going to go over to third, but it's not in time. How about the work by Kyle Phillips?
It's the little things in baseball that work sometimes, Frank. Just gets a little bunt down. I'm sure that initially he didn't like the bunks. It came out almost right in front of home plate. When that happens with a runner on second, he breaks for third. That gives the catcher like Ben Cohen a great opportunity to fire down and get the runner at third, but you got to credit the base running of Jack Dooley.
So now the designated hitter, Judelson, steps into the box. Runners on first and third, nobody out, and the first pitch is a strike on the outside corner. It might be that we are a little off center, but it seems to be a lot more lenient on the outside corner for the strike zone tonight. As Phillips on the move and Judelson fouls one off. No, they're going to say he missed it. It's a pass ball coming home to score.
Did we just see that a second ago on the Ridgefield side? This time over on Wilton's.
Heads up by Dooley. Phillips now stands on second. That one a pass ball.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
And the Warriors continuing to find answers here in the 2017 postseason. We are tied back at 1 in the bottom of the second.
Again, another pitch that Colin Lowe like to have back. Too low in the dirt there. Tough play for Ben Cohen to keep in front of him.
The count is 0-2 to Judelson. Fights that one off. He stays alive.
Keep in mind, there's still no outs here. Colin Lowe's got Judelson where he wants him at 0-2. He's got a rear back. Forget about Kyle Phillips at second base. Focus on Judelson here and get that first out.
Good speed with Phillips out there. Ball to the outfield, might score another run as this one is swung over the top. Strike 3 to Judelson. And there's one away.
That's a big comeback strikeout for Colin Lowe. They're giving up a run on that wild pitch. That's a big strikeout.
So the catcher Donato in now. As Lowe's going to step off the mound. Keep an eye on Phillips. And as Allison said, a wild pitch from Black allowed Columbia to score, and then a pass ball.
Got to communicate here if you're Ridgefield.
How about that catch? Columbia.
Pete Columbia. Wow. Credit the camera crew for getting that. What a catch.
So now 2 away at the bottom of the first. And Kevin, we got the replay.
Here we go. You see right here, beautiful catch, extending the glove inside the Ridgefield dugout. What a catch by Pete Columbia.
Good awareness, good communication from the Tigers. So now 2 outs, and Connolly stands in there and takes a strike off speed on the corner, 0-1. And I think we've seen a good response, Allison, from Colin Lowe since that pitch got away and they scored the tying run.
He knew he had to lock it together, and I think that's what he's doing.
That's another pitch on the outside corner. Quickly 0-2 to Connolly. Offers his opinion for the umpire. And that is an argument seldom won as Phillips is on the move. This one fouled back. We'll do it again.
A little hit and run was on there for Wilton at 0-2. 2 outs. You don't see that very often. Drew Connolly is swinging away. Boy, Drew would love to get a piece of Ridgefield here this time around. He called it the redemption when I was talking to him today after losing that FCIAC thriller in basketball.
Behind 0-2, and he watches one sail high. Now 1-2. You're watching the HAN Network's coverage of the FCIAC Championship in baseball. Wilton and Ridgefield tied at 1 in the bottom of the second. As Lowe steps off to check on Phillips again. The Warriors won the FCIAC Championship in 2015, looking for their second title in 3 years. Ridgefield has not won since 1988. As a pitch called strike 3 on the outside corner. And Conley down looking, will retire the side in the second. But the Warriors able to tie it up at 1. We head to the third with the 9 1-2 hitters coming up for the Tigers.
Have a sports injury or a slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Biking, golf, tennis, soccer, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care open Monday through Saturday, now at 3 locations: 131 Kings Highway North in Westport, the iPark building at 761 Main Avenue, Norwalk, and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
At the Milford Bank, we offer an extensive selection of lending products and services to meet virtually any need. Submit your application online in our Mortgage Web Center. Start to finish, you can apply for a loan in as little as 10 minutes. Our knowledgeable and helpful staff are available to meet with you at your convenience. To learn more about what we can do for you, stop by one of our Milford Bank offices or visit us at milfordbank.com. The Milford Bank, always there. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
As we get a look at the Tigers dugout here at Harbor Yard, they watch as their right fielder Dan Ignatowicz steps into the box for the first time tonight, and the first pitch from Black is down low, 1-0 the count. Black dealing quickly here in the third, and that one misses outside. Now 2-0. He has not looked as sharp as we have known him to be this season.
This is the inning where he can come back and regain some of that confidence.
As that one's on the outside corner, 2-1, and
he's falling behind in counts too many times, and that's what really hurt him in that last half inning.
As this one is poked to the right side, it will drop down in front of Stromecki, and on with a single is Ignatowicz, and the top of the order comes up now with nobody out.
How about the 9-hitter, Ignatowicz, slapping that ball out to right field. Nice piece of hitting.
And talking about that strike zone, Allison, we said off the air in between innings that the outside corner just looks to be extended a bit, but by the third now, these batters have got to have a sense of that and start to try to protect.
Yeah, you can't expect the strike zone to be the same every single game. There's different refs, there's different conditions, and you just got to adjust.
As Connolly charges in to take that one. One away as Macchia flies out on the first pitch.
Drew Connolly covers a lot of ground out there in center field. He's got a lot of speed. Nice catch.
Here's Colin Motiel swinging and missing. Strike one. He singled in the first. And was thrown out at second base. Showing bunt here. This one popped up. Giving a look at it is Phillips, but he can't get there in time.
A good effort there by Kyle Phillips. Motiel has to keep that bunt low. It's the worst thing you want to do, especially on one out and a runner on first. You don't want to pop that up.
So now with 2 strikes, Black will go over. Check on Ignatowicz. Once more. You surprised at those throws ahead 0-2?
Not at all. I think they may have seen that Ridgefield was. They got caught stealing a couple times against Trumbull, and they got picked off.
Strike 3 here. Motiel can't catch up to the backdoor slider, and now there are 2 away with Stamatis coming to the plate. Talk about gaining momentum back. A strong showing here after surrendering the single to start the third. As that pitch called a strike.
It's really that outside part of the plate that's Billy Black is getting a lot of his strikes.
Heading down for second. Did they get him? No.
Ooh, that's close.
Ignatowicz steals second.
You can see the replay here. A little bit of a late jump. Great throw by Donato. A little left. Ooh, that's close.
But still 2 strikes now as that one misses and gets away from Donato. Ignatowicz over to third on the pass ball. And things just got interesting here in the top of the third.
And those are the little things that they were talking about before the game, and capitalizing on that little mistake that they made allowed them to advance to third.
Black forces the ground ball here. Phillips off the high hop over to first, and that will retire the side. Good job by the senior pitcher to settle back down and get out of the jam. No runs in the top half of the third. We go to the bottom as Wilton looks to take their first lead on the HAN network.
Spring has sprung at Walter Stewart's Market, and we're celebrating the new season with fresh takes on spring. From the finest produce around to guaranteed fresh seafood delivered daily by the best local supplier. Not only are we your time-saving one-stop shop for everything you need this season, our personable team is always ready with a helping hand. Shop Stewart's for the best of spring. Find us at 229 Elm Street, New Canaan, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
If you've ever thought about owning a motor coach or learning about what it's like to travel the open road in superior style and comfort, then contact Dave's RV Center in Danbury, Connecticut. Offering the best quality Class A motorhomes from Newmar, travel trailers and fifth wheel lines from Surveyor, and a toy hauler line from Work and Play. Choose from Newmar's Gas Line, Baystar and Canyon Star, or from Newmar's Diesel Line, Ventana and Dutch Star. And with unparalleled service and maintenance, Dave's RV is committed to keeping you and your motor coach safely on the road and enjoying it to the fullest. Stop by their showroom, 2 Industrial Plaza Road, Danbury, Connecticut, or call 877-483-3866.
We are back at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. It is a 1-1 tie. And the top of the order coming up for the second time now. For the Warriors, Stremecki grounding out to third back in the first. I'd love to see him get on and get things started in the third. That's the first pitch outside, 1-0 the count.
Stremecki, a strong leadoff hitter for the Wilton Warriors. He's got a lot of speed, so the infielders have to be alert on ground balls.
That pitch missed off the corner, and now 2-0. Again, when these teams met in the regular season, it was a 2-1 Wilton victory. Billy Black was the pitcher that day. This is a grounder over to third. A hot hop up onto Stamatis. And Stremecki is on at first to lead off the inning.
Listen, that's all you need. I think, especially like someone like Henry Stremecki, you get on just like that. I mean, that was a rope.
Scorers at Harbor Yard, not as content. They will charge Stamatis with an error. You're right. It was a hard hit ball, and it took an unfriendly bounce. Job by Stamatis staying in front of it and not potentially leading to extra bases. Stremecki is going. This one is popped up in foul territory. Giving a look is Columbia. Don't think he's going to be able to go Michael Jordan arm this time.
Got to credit him for that last catch he made in that last half inning. My goodness, what a great catch. Extending the glove inside the Ridgefield dugout and making a highlight reel catch. But you just saw Stremecki was on the run there, so let's see if the steal sign is still on for the Wilton Warriors.
1-1 the count to Cahal as they check over on Stremecki. Lowe was not the pitcher the first time these teams met. It was Alex Price, who is on the bench tonight. Unavailable to pitch, but wouldn't be surprised later in the game if we saw him as a pinch hitter.
He's even got some wheels, so you may see him as a pinch runner too.
This one stays up high, 2-1 the count to Cahal. Ridgefield beat New Canaan in the quarters, Trumbull in the semis. As this time going, and in there safely with a stolen base is Stremecki.
Great jump by Stremecki there. He's got that speed. Pitch was a little high. They're going to check the first base umpire. He said he's safe.
Oh, they were checking on the swing, I believe, actually. Cajal had a little bit of a check swing there, and they're going to say he did not go around. So 3-1 now to the second baseman, and a runner in scoring position. As this one is blooped out towards short right field, it's going to fall in over the head of Motil. And Cajal stays hot. He's got a single now, and runners on the corners with nobody out.
Credit Colin for just muscling that ball out to right field. A little bloop single. And gets that runner over to third base. Still no outs. So middle infield will stay in double play depth. See third baseman playing close to the lip of the grass.
So here is Lifrieri, the shortstop. Strike one. No movement on the base paths. We'll keep an eye on that.
Well, Colin Cajal has a lot of speed too, and you always have that threat. If the runner goes to second base, the runner on third may break for home. We've seen that at this level several times this season. So we'll see if Coach Egan wants to get aggressive here on the base path early on.
As that pitch misses, 1-1. Good job by Cohen to keep it in front. Allison Gaskins is making her way down towards the dugout. She will catch up with Coach Fabry and Coach Egan in the fourth inning. I'm very excited to hear what she thinks of the Wilton student section as well. As now on the move is Cajal. This one is lined to third, and that is worst case scenario.
Nice play by Stamaz. That's a big double play for the Ridgefield Tigers here. With the runner going, a hit and run on. Lines it right to Stamatis. Stamatis fires down to first base. Great play.
So from 2 on with no outs to 1 on and 2 outs. And Matt DeLiza with an opportunity here. And he takes a strike from low. Count 0-1. To the ditch, and this one swung on and missed. Now 0-2 low, just a pitch away from getting out of the jam.
That was a nasty pitch there by Colin Lowe. Let's see if the Ridgefield crowd gets into it here. 0-2 count, the runner on third. This is a big pitch coming up for Colin Lowe.
And they call strike 3 on the outside corner. Lowe able to deal out of the jam. 2 on with nobody out, and they are unable to get one across after the double play. We head to the fourth, and we are tied at 1 at the FCIAC Championship on the HAN Network.
At InSports Trumbull, the game is always on inside. Sign-ups are now open for one of our most popular programs, the New England 80 Elite Lacrosse Division I and Division III Showcases. With D1 and D3 coaches in attendance, players will receive a 60-minute webinar with Director of Recruiting Hans Hansen, a custom NE80 penny, custom shorts, and a video of all games. Last year's event sold out quickly, so sign up now for the next showcase coming in January 2018. Like and follow us on Facebook.
We are back on the HAN Network. We are going to go down to the third baseline now. Allison Gaskins is with Coach Egan of the Wilton Warriors. Allison.
Coach, Colin Lowe has been pretty dominant on the mound so far for Ridgefield. What do you guys have to do to break through?
Well, we got to shorten up because he's pitching backwards. He's starting up with the curveball, and he's trying to get ahead with the curveball, and then he sneaks in the fastball. So I'm telling the kids to adjust, and if it's there, hit it, adjust on the curveball. So, our big thing is we got to keep putting the ball on the plate because good things are happening right now when we do it. But we ran out of luck there because we played hit and run and we got burnt right there. So, we're going to keep forcing the play because we can get them to throw it all over the place.
So what's your message to the team right now? Tied game in the championship final.
3 and out, and then we got to be positive in there, and we got to go right back at it and keep putting the pressure on them. That's all we can do.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Allison. Thank you, Coach. This is what we have been missing with our sideline interviews back in the fall with Chris Goodsell. You now get the animosity and the animation of the baseball dugout.
You do, and credit Allison doing a great job. Great questions, but he's right. Colin Lowe is working backwards. He's starting with that off-speed pitch and then finishing off pitches with a fastball. You don't normally see that. And, I think if you're Wilton now going out to bat, got to start being aggressive. If you have to step up into the batter's box a little bit more instead of playing back, some adjustments that the Wilton Warriors will have to make.
But again, still very positive. It's 1, 2, 3 here, and then let's get back in and get going offensively as this one's fouled off into the right. Some ambitious Ridgefield high schoolers trying to barehand that one. There is no nurse's office should you dislocate a finger on one of those foul balls.
I think Teddy Hood's got a first aid kit somewhere.
As the 0-2 pitch misses away from the designated hitter McDonald, who struck out swinging back in the first. As this one swung on and missed again, down for the second time is McDonald. It is the fourth strikeout of the game for Billy Black.
Listen, both pitchers, while at times have looked shaky, they've come back and really pitched well. And Billy Black has at times looked really good, and that was one of his best sequences there. It was a great strikeout against a very strong hitter in Quinn McDonald.
First pitch of ball here to Columbia, who walked and scored on the wild pitch. Back in the second. This one misses as well. 2-0 as Columbia just... I'm telling you right now, if Ridgefield wins, he has got to be a serious candidate for MVP.
Beat Columbia, certainly.
That a nice fastball on the outside corner. 2-1.
He's just one of those players that has a knack for getting on base. No matter what way it is, how ugly it is, he'll get on base no matter what. Whether it's via walk, an infield single, or just a regular hit, this guy knows how to get on base.
As he draws a second walk. No, that one called a strike. 3-2, the count has run full.
Just catches that outside corner. Big pitch coming up here for Billy Black.
3-2 pitch is grounded to the left side. Phillips off another big hop over to first and Dooley, and there are 2 away in the inning.
How about Kyle Phillips making some nice plays in the hot corner tonight for Wilton?
I've seen some high hops off this ground, too. And give a lot of credit to the grounds crew here at Harbor Yard. I mean, this place was a pond at the start of the day.
Even when we got here this morning, there was quite a few puddles in front of the dugouts and behind home plate, but they've done an excellent job of cleaning this place up and making it look nice.
It's a strike. On the count 1-1 to Thrasher with 2 away in the top of the fourth. Now 1-2 as Black has settled into a little bit of a groove here. And the 1-2 on the way. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Got him with a slider. 3 up, 3 down. It'll be Dooley, Phillips, and Judelson coming up in the bottom half. Allison will be joined by Coach Fabry right after this.
Want a new experience in car buying? Scap Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram with one of the largest inventories of new 2- and 4-door Wranglers. We are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Come visit our new Ram Truck Center. Browse our websites, scapchryslerjeep.com or scapdodge.net to find the new Jeep, Chrysler Dodge car, minivan, or Ram truck you've been looking for. Just 2 miles from both I-95 or the Merritt Parkway exit 44. Save thousands right now during the Drive and Discover event. Now through May 31st.
Back on the HN Network, let's go down to the first baseline. Allison Gaskins is with Coach Paul Fabry of the Ridgefield Tigers. Allison.
Coach, we knew it was going to be a pitching duel. Is this what you expected to see?
Yeah, just about. It's two of the best in the league and kind of going after each other, and hits are hard to come by right now. So it's important for Colin to get ahead of guys and not go 2-0. That's when he's been hurt a little bit. So, we just got to keep plugging. This is the kind of game it was last time we played him and just kind of piece some hits together.
Before the game, you used the word loose to describe your team. Are things starting to tighten up with it being tied right now?
Yeah, I think no doubt some of the mistakes we've made and kind of kids are realizing it's, 3.5 innings to a championship. So it's going to be who makes more plays right now. So.
Well, tied ball game, Coach. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Austin. Thank you, Coach. And it's a good point to make. At this point in time, this kind of pressure, you do start to see the nerves show themselves.
You're going to see it out in the field. The question is, can they stay composed here? There's a lot on the line. These two teams, not only rivals, but for Wilton, this is a baseball team that is hungry and wants to win another title. Of course, winning in 2015, they love to get revenge on the Tigers who grabbed that title in the winter in basketball. But this is a Tiger team that wants that title. And they feel like they deserve it all season long. One of the top teams all season long, 12-4. These two teams are so equal, and it really is going to be a fun finish tonight.
As Dooley behind 0-2 and down looking. Strike 3 called on a breaking ball outside.
Colin Lowe's got that breaking ball working. That was a thing of beauty.
As now Phillips comes up. Hold on, we're getting a defensive substitution here, Kevin.
It's like Pete Columbia's coming out.
So, an interesting move from Coach Fabry and the Tigers. As it is Alex Price. I'm just going to check in. And assume the first base duties now for Ridgefield. With one away.
I wonder if now maybe Colin Lowe may be taken out of the batting order and Pete Columbia may bat for him, but interesting move here. Heads up.
Going right back down to the lower bowl. Need you to be quicker than that, Teddy. Dive to your right, make a play. Strike 2 with Phillips swinging over the top of that one. And strike 3 called. First 2 batters down looking as Phillips follows suit with Dooley.
Nice pitch again. Another breaking ball pitch. Finds that inner part of the plate. 2 up, 2 down so far via the strikeout for Colin Lowe.
As a 1. Pitch is down low. 1-0. It is Judelson here. As he takes a breaking ball on the inside corner now.
That was nasty. Looks like it's coming right at Judelson, then it breaks right at the last second and catches that inside strike zone. Beautiful pitch.
Strike 2. Judelson swings over the top of another off-speed pitch, and now Lowe 1 strike away from striking out the side in the 4th.
1-2 count. See what he goes with here.
Comes fastball, and it's grounded to the left side. Nice hop for Stamatis. Over to Price at first. And the side is retired. No hits, no errors, no runs, nobody left on. Lowe, Collin, and Igatowicz due up in the top of the 5th.
Did you know heart attacks and strokes are the leading cause of death in America? Protect the health of you and your loved ones. Talk to a doctor about heart disease. Hi, I'm Dr. David Pazer with Pro Health Physicians, encouraging you to stay informed about health matters that affect you.
Pro Health Physicians is on the pulse of social media to share information about health and nutrition with the community. Get up-to-the-minute alerts, including Pro Health Physicians news and upcoming events. Connecticut's leading group of primary care doctors is just a click away.
Don't have to go far for authentic Neapolitan cuisine and renowned wood-fire pizza. Pizzeria Loretano of Bethel is a contemporary Italian bistro, specializing in authentic wood-fired brick oven pizza Napolitana. Pizzeria Loretano was named one of America's top 1,000 Italian restaurants in 2008 by Zagat, and recommended by Jane and Michael Stern on National Public Radio's Splendid Table. Located close to the Bethel Cinema, we focus on quality, and our food is always made to order. Join us for live jazz Sundays from 6 to 8. Find our schedule, menu, and more at pizzerialoretano.com, and like us on Facebook.
Back on the HAN network, Allison has gotten her first dose of the Wilton Tribe with the student section behind the dugout, but a very good turnout nonetheless.
They were definitely a little gutsy out there.
But I thought you asked great questions for both coaches, Allison, and you can start to sense now with where we are in the game, it's not only the players but the coaches who are feeling the pressure of their decision making.
That calm attitude that they all had before the game. They were excited for this game. You know, they're playing in Harbor Yard again. That with itself brings excitement. I think they're both kind of now tipping their toes in the water, and they're ready to dive on in.
As Black continuing to deal. As he's ahead 0-1 to low to start the inning.
Both pitchers in that fourth inning looked zoned in, laser focus.
That one misses upstairs. 1-1 the count. And you were down there, Allison. I wanted to apologize. I said we were missing the animosity from the bench. I meant the animation in the dugout. You had some of the coaches and a couple of the bench players just sort of gagging off behind you in the camera, trying to distract Coach Egan.
Oh, no
so
way. I didn't even notice that.
Good job by you keeping your composure there. But that was probably the last moment I think we see that looseness inside the dugouts heading forward.
You see the Ridgefield student session try to start the wave here at Harbor Yard.
No, it's important to have that kind of attitude. This is a game. We all have to remember that it's a game.
Right.
And what they're going to remember after this is that they made it here to the FCIAC championship game.
No, I like that you bring that up because at the end of the day, I think the one thing that coaches are going to say is have fun. And in baseball, I think, you get so tightly wound when, games get pretty close like this. So you're right. I think it's important, especially with guys in the dugout, having a little fun, getting the rally hats out. It's important.
You know who it's got to be fun for? Cahal, sorry.
Yeah.
He actually interns for the Bridgeport Bluefish. So it's got to be fun to come here and work and now get to go out on the field and play.
That's right. Yes, exactly. As the 2-2 from Black is fouled back. Caught the safety line on the netting. I had $5 on Teddy Hood snagging that one barehanded. As the 2-2 again, and once again fouled off as Low, making Black work in this pitcher-pitcher matchup.
Credit calling Low here, really battling. Fouling off some good pitches by Billy Black. Making him throw a lot of pitches here, actually helping his own cause, but he would help his own cause if he can get on base here.
As that one called strike 3 on the outside corner. As Low goes down looking.
Man, that was pretty.
Not much argument from the opposing pitcher either. He's been blessed with that outside corner as well tonight.
I think at the end of the day, you just got to tip your cap when you get sent down like that via the K. Nice pitch by Black.
5th strikeout as this one is flied out to center field. Conley on the run to his left, calls off Stremecki, and there are 2 away as Matt Collin put the best contact on a ball we've seen all night. That's a ball that any other night might have a chance of dropping, but the wind blowing in from left field just enough that it hangs up there for Connolly to get under it.
These 2 center fielders tonight have so much speed and can, cover so much ground out there in center field. So you got a lot of faith. If there's a fly ball out to center field tonight, I guarantee you both center fielders are going to make the play.
You've got a lot of talent across the board in the outfielders, including Igatowicz, who is 1 for 1 with a single, and now behind 0-2 as Black trying to work just as quickly as Loaded in the bottom half of the last inning, and he gets it to go. Strike 3 on the foul tip, held on to. 3 up, 3 down. Let's go to the bottom of the 5th. We're still tied at 1 from Harbor Yard on the HAN network.
At Wooster School, we believe summer is a time for kids to be kids. We provide the safe and nurturing environment for them to find activities that match their interests and allow them to create lasting friendships. Summer at Wooster offers 7 weekly sessions at our Danbury campus from Monday, June 26th through Friday, August 11th for pre-K to grade 8. Find out more about our extended hours, new optional lunch program, and a new low price at summer@worcester.org or 203-830-3921. Summer at Wooster, experience the difference.
At Budget Blinds, we're in business to frame the light, the day, and the night. So we give you an exclusive combination of high style, expert service, our no surprises pricing, and our no questions asked warranty. We believe that everyone, at every budget, deserves style and service. Isn't that a beautiful place to be?
We are back on the HAN network. Bottom of the 5th, and we have been in an absolute pitcher's duel to this point. Colin Lowe and Billy Black proving why they were 2 of the top aces all season long. Leading off in the home half, it will be Jack Donano, then Drew Conley, and back to the top of the order with Stremecki. Donano had that foul out on the first base side. Columbia with that great reach over the railing into the dugout. And this time it is a strike on the inside corner for Lowe, and it's 0-1.
Again, both pitchers look really locked in right now.
The 0-2 from Lowe on the way, grounded to the left side. Almost skipped into that Warrior dugout. Looks like it did. As Lowe's fastball lined out to center field, Thrasher heading back, and this one's over his head. Donano rounding first, heading for second. He is in there with a stand-up double with no outs. And the Warriors threatening in the 5th will get a pinch runner as well.
You see Donano here on your monitor, all amped up as he's getting back into the dugout. That's a big leadoff double for the Wilton Warriors. And how about this student section here? You get to see right here on your screen. My goodness. Out in full force tonight. They travel so well. Great smoke out to left field by Donano.
Brandon Zhang will be the pinch runner. Donano heads back, and that now the best contact we have seen put on a ball here this evening. Good speed with Conley, the center fielder. You know what I'm going to ask. Expecting bunt?
No outs. Drew Conley.
In a 1-1 game where runs have been tough to come by,
Yes.
I mean, we've
I say
seen
yes.
probably strikeouts at a 2-to-1 ratio to hits right now. At least you got to get something towards the right side. As Conley squares up, they charge in, and that pitch is a called strike.
Conley got fooled on that breaking ball. Thought that was going to be inside, and just breaks over the plate.
As the 0-1 cut on and missed. Lowe reaching back for that fastball. And just looking silly with that swing as Conley completely fooled, down swinging. Strikeout number 6.
See Conley frustrated after that at bat. Like to have a pitch back or so, but big strikeout for Colin Lowe here.
And I beg your pardon, that was strikeout number 7 for Colin Lowe. As now he faces Stremecki in the top of the order.
This is where he needs to bear down here. Top of the order. These guys know how to hit. Just got to forget about that runner at second.
The 0-1 from Lowe. Ground to the left side. It is snagged down by Stamatis. But the throw gets away. Heading to third and second as Price is on top of it. How quickly that turned. First of all, how about the play by Matt Stamatis moving to his left in the hole?
That was a great play by Stamatis. Looks like he made it tumble a little bit. Throw sidearmed. And sailed a little bit. Tough play for Alex Price to scoop up at first base. So now infield's got to play in with runners at second and third. Only one out.
Cahal back up in a big spot, and the Warriors have got the fans on their feet in the bottom of the fifth. First pitch from Lowe is a strike.
I don't know about you, but at a time like this, Cahal is exactly the guy that I want at bat.
Again, the huge performance in the quarterfinals. He went 3 for 3 and added a ribby in the semis. Trying to break this one open in the fifth and give the Warriors their first lead of the FCIAC championship. And this one, a healthy cut and fouled back.
Just a little early. He was right on that.
Now 1-2. The Tigers were in a similar situation in the semis, and it was Matt Collin with the big stab at short and the fire out at home. As another grounder to the left side, it's slow enough that it'll score the run.
Credit Cahal, he'll get the RBI. That's a big, big run for the Wilton Warriors. A big run for Billy Black.
Zhang able to score. It is the 4th RBI of the postseason for Cahal, and Wilton with their first lead in the FCIAC championship. 2-1 in the bottom of the fifth, 2 outs. Lifrieri at the plate. And Stremecki is standing on third, so Lowe still not out of trouble.
He's got to bear down here. Just like before, he's got to try and forget about that runner at third.
That pitch called a strike. There are no pictures in the scorebook, Allison, and you were right. Cahal, the guy to have up. This is not the prettiest hit he's had all year, but he'll take it.
A run's a run, and that's what it did. That's what they just got on the board for Wilton, so he has to feel good about that.
As now the fans becoming a little less patient with the looseness of the strike zone.
Back and forth. It's a seesaw battle between both sides here.
Ridgefield wants a strike on the outside corner now. They count 1-2.
Certainly makes for good TV.
As this one is grounded to Stamatis again. He fields off the hop over to first, and that will end the inning. But the Warriors able to add another one. It is 2-1 Wilton. We head to the 6th at Harbor Yard on the HAN network.
I can't believe it.
Well, Dad, you did it. You sold 160 cars. Ready to go back upstairs now?
I think it's time. I wonder how the boys are making out in their new office.
Not what I had in mind, Kyle. What, Dad?
Maybe we should retire. Right now, lease a 2017 Rogue S for only $139 a month.
Isn't it time you got Millerized?
The new fishing season is fast approaching, so it's time to head over to the dock shop and get your gear in order. We're now offering bait in both Darien and our Westport location. The dock shop can service and repair your rods and reels, spool up new line, and fill any empty space you might have in your tackle box. Whether you're a fisherman, boater, or beach bum, the dock shop is a unique place to shop. The dock shop, 51 Tokenique Road, Darien, 609 Riverside Avenue, Westport, dockshop.com.
We are back on the HAN network. We are very amused. You got a couple of youngsters down there on the third base line enjoying the mid-inning music, and they must be Wilton fans if they're enjoying it that much right now.
Shout out to the DJ.
Yeah, I give credit to both sides. Both student sessions are incredible. There they are. Look at them. See if they keep going.
That was a long mid-inning. I'm not surprised that they could be a little tired out.
Oh, they're going to take this to the aisle.
Oh, here we go.
They're going to give a show to the fans here. Oh, the mom's calling them back. Oh, no. Come on, Mom. Let them go out into the aisle and have some fun.
Buzzkill. Don't be a buzzkill.
Credit Bill for getting that shot.
So blocks them. Mike Suppy, Theodore Edward Hood on the cameras this afternoon for the HAN network. And Black dealing for the first time with a lead here in the top of the 6th. Facing off against Tony Macchia in the top of the order for Ridgefield. As that's a strike on the outside corner.
Both coaches have to be pretty excited right now to be getting this length out of both starting pitchers and not having to throw in a relief yet.
It's the ideal situation for both teams, what they want to have happen, but very rarely is that the case, especially in these big games, as Macchia called time with Black halfway through his lineup.
At the same time, that's what you expect in a championship game. You get your two best pitchers out in the bump. They're going to give everything they have.
As this one is grounded foul.
This is a big at-bat for Tony Macchia here. Even though Ridgefield still has plenty of time to come back here, only down 1, but this is a big inning for him to get on base and get momentum back on Ridgefield's side.
Strike 3 to Macchia. Black answers back here in the top of the 6th.
That's strikeout number 8 for Billy Black.
That gives him a advantage over Lowe with only 7, but these two young men have been dealing all day long. Motil showing bunt this time, pulled back, and it's 1-0.
Excuse me, that is strikeout number 7 for Billy Black.
Very even. Coach Egan wanted the appeal down to first base. Allison, you caught Coach Egan in the 4th at a very interesting time, as this is a hot shot down to first base, and Dooley making the stab over there. It was right after the hit and run. They go into the double play, but I was a little surprised we didn't see some more frustration from him at that time.
Yeah, he's one that likes to get comfortable, and he was definitely not comfortable in that moment. But he sucked it up, and he gave me the interview, and I think he has a lot of faith in this team.
He was here 2 years ago and won the FCIAC championship. He said this year's class, this season, it had a lot of similarities in its feel. As this one misses outside, 1-1 the count, and right now they are 4 outs away from a second championship in 3 years. That's in there, and the count now 1-2.
Let's go back to that catch by Dooley at first base. Flash in the leather, nice snag.
That was actually ruled a ball. 2-1 the count. And now 2-2 as Stamatis swings over the top of that one. Stamatis is 0 for 2. He reached with a fielder's choice back in the 1st, but how good has he been in the field tonight?
He's been excellent in the hot corner.
As he lines this one down the third base line.
I think he'd like to forget about maybe 1 or 2 throws that have gone by at first base, but other than that, he's looked really, really strong over there at third base tonight.
As this one is grounded over to third, Phillips fields up in the dirt, takes over to first, and now Wilton 3 defensive outs away from taking home the title. Black is dealing. We'll see what Lowe can do on the bump as we head to the bottom half of the 6th at Harbor Yard on the HAN network.
At Portofino Restaurant and Wine Bar in Bethel. Fresh and simple food is our concept. Owned and operated by brothers Rocco and Louie, Portofino has a distinct and diverse food and drink menu. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Come join us for live local music on Tuesdays and Sundays, Wednesday nights for mouthwatering prime rib, and every Thursday night is ladies' night. Planning a party? All our catering menus are personalized to suit your event and your budget. Join us at the Dolan Plaza, 213 Greenwood Ave, Bethel, and call us at 203-797-8131. Like us on Facebook.
UK Gourmet is the largest specialty grocer in the area, featuring food from England, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. Over 80 teas to choose from and a brilliant assortment of biscuits to go with them. Over 70 cheeses from grass-fed cows, which makes a smashing difference in taste. The creamiest chocolate you'll ever taste using no artificial colors or preservatives. So say hooray for UK Gourmet, 78 Stony Hill Road in Bethel, or visit ukgourmet.us.
So we go to the home half of the 6th inning. It will be Delisa, Dooley, and Phillips for the Warriors. Delisa 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. As we are serenaded by the horn of a southbound Metro North train. Stops at Stamford, Harlem 125th, and Grand Central. That one misses, and now 3-0 quickly to Delisa as Low. A bit of trouble to start the 6th. He's going to step off and reset. And it doesn't quite feel like we're in the bottom of the 6th. It's been a game that has moved relatively quickly here, but you now start thinking Ridgefield has got to find a way to get 3 outs and then find a way to get across the board against Billy Black, who has really been just completely in sync since that 2nd inning when he surrendered a run on a wild pitch.
Well, these games come to show that we're seeing a pitcher's duel. And, you know, you get games like this.
As it's a grounder up the middle, Motil moving to his left, isn't going to get a throw off. That is an infield single for the left fielder. As Delisa on to start the 6th.
You know, baseball games move relatively quickly when you have pitchers who work quick, are dominant, and get through innings fast. So that's why we've gotten to the point where we are right now. And you're right, Ridgefield needs to respond next inning. They, ever since the 1st inning, haven't been able to respond against Billy Black, and he's looked so dominant.
They check over on Delisa. Good speed on the young man who played quarterback for the Warriors football team in the fall in an offense that required him to do a lot of running. He stands alongside Alex Price. Steps off the bag. Pitch is swung on and missed by Dooley, who doubled and scored in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th. So they go right back and check on Delisa again.
Dooley had that rope down the 3rd base line, went all the way to the wall. Colin Lowe's got to be a little careful here.
As Delisa's on the move, the throw from Cohen is not in time. Great slide by Delisa to the outside part of the bag.
And he moves his feet, goes head first, moves those hands to that back part of second base. You see that throw was a little over towards the shortstop side. You're going to see the replay. A nice jump by Delisa. Pretty good throw by Cohen considering the ball was low. And you see that slide there. He keeps his hand on the bag and gets that double check by the ump.
As a pass ball here, it skips away from Cohen. He's got no idea where it is. It's rolling towards the dugout. And very fortunate of the Tigers that it didn't slip down one of those entrances.
Another thing I've noticed in today's game is when Wilton's rounding the bases, they get over to the 3rd. They kind of take a couple steps to home place and backtrack. To home plate, and backtrack. And I think that's them playing it safe and playing smart.
2-2.
And you saw the 3rd base coach there had come out towards home plate a little bit, but he was there right there. Is a good
Slow
decision.
and steady.
Good
Slow and
decision.
steady.
Exactly. Good decision by third base coach to hold him at third.
Especially with no outs here. In the middle of your lineup at the dish. As the 2-2 is in there, strike 3 to Dooley. Down for the second time tonight. Both of them have been looking.
Dooley upset about that call. It's a big first out here. You're going to see the infield remain in on the infield. Runner on third and 1 out.
Phillips singled in the second. He struck out in the fourth. Another player who's been great defensively in the field tonight.
He's made some great plays in the hot corner for Wilton, one of which saved Ridgefield from scoring a run back earlier part of the game.
That one's outside. 2-0 now to Phillips.
We're going to get a meeting on the mound here. 2-0 count with 1 out.
That's Lowe showing his first signs of possible fatigue here. Squeeze? Is it time?
Listen, I think you need to start getting out there and coaching after making that call the other night.
I spent my summer with the 10-year-old All-Stars. We did all we could. A whopping 0-20 that summer.
That's why you're up here, right?
Boy, did we have fun. So after the meeting, Lowe now behind 2-0. 60 feet from home is DeLisa. Phillips at the plate. And he takes down low, now 3-0. No action down in the Ridgefield bullpen, but we do have Ben Rusin going down to left field to get loose as the 3-0 pitch, a strike.
Yeah, he's just got to get that one over. Still a hitter's count here.
As that pitch is in there, strike 2.
Must have just caught that inside part of the black. A big pitch coming up here for Lowe.
Full count with 1 away. The pitch is swung on and missed by Phillips, and now Lowe just 1 out away from getting out of the inning.
That was a big strikeout for Colin Lowe. After falling 3-0 to come all the way back and strike out Kyle Phillips, that's a big-time strikeout.
Here's the designated hitter, Cole Judelson. That one outside. Good job by Cohen to keep it in front.
That's a great block there by Ben Cohen. That saves a run. If that gets by him, that's 3-1.
Ground to the left side. Stamatis fields it. Got to get it over to first in time. Good job to recover and get the out. DeLisa singles to start the inning. He steals a base, advances to third, and then 3 straight outs. The Tigers need to find a run in the top of the 7th. We'll see what happens right after this on the HAN Network.
Pizza to satisfy even the most demanding critics. Wilton Pizza.
Family and Children's Aid has been serving the community since 1809 and is now the largest outpatient children's mental health care provider in Western Connecticut. Our innovative services include providing shelter to homeless moms and children, substance abuse intervention, mental health counseling, and foster and adoptive services, among others. Our goal is to provide individuals and families a safe haven and hope for a brighter future. Find out more about us at fcaweb.org and call our Danbury campus at 203-748-5689.
We are back at the top of the 7th. The HAN Network's coverage of the 2017 FCIAC postseason. This is the baseball championship. Wilton a 2-1 lead over their rival Ridgefield. PA announcer just instructing the fans.
We had some dugout dancers.
Yes, on the protocol for.
You start to see the Wilton Warrior fan session get closer and closer to that dugout. You can smell it. Championship's getting closer, but.
As Black will stay out there, and the first pitch is a strike. Now strike two. As it is Lucas Funeri in there, and he is down. Pinch hitting, strikeout number 8 for Billy Black.
Billy Black, what a performance he's put on today. He's looked so strong, so zoned in ever since Ridgefield crossed the home plate there back in the early part of the game.
As he'll now face Peter Columbia, who has checked back in place of Alex Price. First pitch Mitch's second one as well, 2-0.
Ridgefield just needs a base runner, plain simple. They just got to get on base.
As that pitch a strike.
Columbia's had a pretty good game, though, too. He scored the first run, the only run so far for Ridgefield, and he also had that great catch over by their dugout.
As that one misses outside, and he had a great game in the semifinals as well. He's been one of the best players in this tournament. As the 3-1 from Black. Lined out towards right field. Stremecki has to fail back, and it's over his head. The throw into second, not in time, and Columbia on with a double.
That's all they needed, a big hit like that. Columbia takes that pitch to right field. Tough play to make. What a way to get on for the Ridgefield Tigers.
It's escalated the energy over on the Ridgefield side as well. The crowd was getting involved, and you could see Columbia pumping him up some with his arms.
As we will get a visit to the mound. And that was an interesting ball off the bat going to the opposite field. You could see it start to tail, and it looked as though Stremecki might have just lost it in the light momentarily as it sailed over his head.
Yeah, a little bit of a bad jump on that fly ball. Tough, though, with the lights here. Not used to playing at Harbor Yard. It's a tough play to make as it just gets over his head. And again, what a big hit by Columbia, who, again, comes up big in the postseason when it matters most.
Let's play strategy now, Kevin. Thrasher at the plate. Lowe is on deck. Are you confident enough in Colin Lowe / trust him enough with him at the dish to send him up there after a bunt, or you let Thrasher swing away right now with the runner
I let
at
Thrasher
second?
swing away. You get 2 opportunities to get Ridgefield in with the runner on scoring position.
As the first pitch was a ball. Black second is grounded over towards the first base side. It's fielded by Dooley. There are 2 outs. Colin Lowe is coming to the plate, and Columbia is 90 feet from home representing the tying run.
How about this finish? You couldn't ask for anything better. Ridgefield Wilton, a 2-1 game, a pitcher's duel. Colin Lowe at the plate, who's had a remarkable season for the Ridgefield Tigers, trying to extend this game.
Yo-oh, got him on a check swing, 0-1.
Donato has to be careful. Do not let anything go by him at the plate. The runner 90 feet away.
0-1 outside. Good job by Donato, and you're right. That is what's most important.
Doesn't matter how ugly it is, you got to keep that ball in front of you.
Swung on and missed. 2 strikes to Lowe. The Tribe is on their feet on the third baseline. Black set on the mound. From the stretch. Swung on and missed, strike three. For the second time in 3 years, the Warriors are the kings of FCIAC baseball.
And it's all due to Billy Black. What a pitcher's performance we saw today. You see the pile on the mound. Great tradition. And how about Drew Connolly? How excited is he? You see Billy Black showing his emotion there as he hugs his teammates. What a scene here at at Harbor Yard here for Wilton. And look at these fans.
A complete game 2 hitter. And he struck out 10 as Wilton has won the FCIAC championship. Their first since 2015. For Ridgefield, they fall to 1-3 all time. 0-2 against their rival this season. We're going to step aside. When we get back, we'll have the trophy presentation here for the FCIAC champions, along with post-game interviews on the HA Network.
Bankwell is doing good. That's why, with the support of local community partners, Bankwell has launched the Bankwell Pet Adoption Project to boost awareness about the hundreds of animals in local shelters that need a home. And when you donate to the cause using the Bankwell self-service coin machines, we'll match your donation. For details, visit mybankwell.com/pleaseadoptme. Bank smart, bank local, bank well.
On time, done right, safe and reliable. MrHandymanCT.com.
Let our satisfied customers tell it.
I have called Mr. Handyman for every reason, every occasion, every broken item, every leak. They have bailed me out on many occasions, and I would recommend them to anyone.
For any project, large or small.
MrHandymanCT.com.
Have a sports injury or a slip and fall that needs immediate care? Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care gives you direct access to an orthopedic specialist fast, without an appointment. Biking, golf, tennis, soccer, whatever the sports injury is, sprain or fracture, Coastal Ortho Express can help. Coastal Ortho Express Urgent Care open Monday through Saturday, now at 3 locations: 131 Kings Highway North in Westport, the iPark building at 761 Main Avenue, Norwalk, and 36 Old Kings Highway South in Darien. Or go to coastalorthoexpress.com, like them on Facebook.
Welcome back to the HA Network here. You get to see a live look
Swung
at
on
the
and
final
missed, strike
out.
three.
The Wilton
For the second
Warriors
time in 3 years,
of your
the Warriors
2017
are the
FCIAC
kings
champions
of
in
FCIAC
baseball. And Billy Black. And it's all due to Billy Black.
Game
What
2
a
hitter
pitcher's with 10 strikeouts and only 1 walk. Welcome back to the HA Network alongside John Kovac. I'm Kevin Coleman, Frank Granito, and Allison Gaskins down on the field. And John, just want to get your initial reaction. I mean, what a performance we saw today.
I think going into this game, everybody talked about, well, Wilton's got Black on the mound. But to see him come out and do what he did tonight and dominate this, 10 strikeouts, 2 hits, was it 1 walk?
1 walk.
1 walk. I mean, to have that control, but he faced a clutch situation. You're the Ridgefield Tigers. The tie and run is 90 feet away, and they didn't get it in.
And you get a great view here of Wilton getting their medals. Tim Egan holding up the trophy right now. And Wilton won this thing back in 2015, 1-0 over Staples.
They like to keep it tight.
And John, I'll ask you this. I think everyone knows the answer, but who do you think is getting that MVP award?
Oh, I don't know.
You get a great view here, and John, the Wilton crowd tonight was incredible. I mean, coming out in full force, the student section was so great.
It was a good atmosphere, too. It wasn't and we love the rivalry. This Ridgefield-Wilton rivalry has gotten great. There's been a few times this year where it's crossed over the line maybe a little bit. This is how it should be, and it was just a great night. And what a crisp game. I mean, hour and a half.
That's something we talked about, and you got to give a lot of credit to Ridgefield starting pitcher Colin Lowe. I mean, that's when games go flying by like that in baseball, that's when you know you have a great pitching performance from both sides. It was a great pitcher's duel.
Yeah, I mean, only 6 hits for the Warriors in their win.
And a great weather here. This week we were a little worried about whether this game was going to get in or not, especially last night's lacrosse final. You were able to get in everything, so credit to Dave Schultz and Joe Manafari for getting everything in and doing so great. And the site supervisor here at Harbor Yard is wonderful.
And a shout out to John Cookso is here, the former commissioner of the FCIAC. He's up here. Just can't keep him away from an FCIAC championship.
And there you heard it from the PA announcer. The MVP goes to the second baseman, Colin Cahal, and he is well deserving of that award just because of offensively, he was phenomenal.
Yeah, you've got to score the runs. You've got to get – Black can be as dominating as he was tonight. If you don't give him any runs,
right?
What's the point? A la, we see some major league teams.
And he was great in that semifinal game against Darien, great in the quarterfinal game as well against Norwalk. And there you go. You get a great view here of this team photo, which is going to last a lifetime for Wilton High School. And there are some basketball players on this roster that want another crack at Ridgefield, and they got it tonight, John.
Yep, they got it. And Tim Egan, who's been coaching there for decades, has built a great baseball program here. Happy for him. And to see them with the hardware, particularly after such a great, crisp game like we saw tonight.
And you see, sorry, John, just one player individual holding that trophy right now with the maroon background is Drew Connolly, who's taking a look at it right now. And that's a player who I've grown to really enjoy watching as a student athlete here in Fairfield County, because not only was he a great basketball player in the winter, and that game that they lost in double overtime to Ridgefield in the FCIAC final, that still stung. And to see him finally get a taste of the FCIAC final in baseball, and he won it in 2015, but I'm so happy for him, and it's so great to see Wilton here celebrating.
It's just hitting me now as we watch the Warriors go out to center field for the final post-game talk. This is it for the FCIAC season.
And it's amazing that it's only fitting, and we talked about it today, that it's only fitting that it ended with Ridgefield and Wilton. We're gonna step aside here when we come back. Allison Gaskins will be joined by some players from the Wilton Warriors, who are your 2017 FCIAC champions, right after this on the HAN Network.
At the MILFORD Bank, we offer an extensive selection of lending products and services to meet virtually any need. Submit your application online in our Mortgage Web Center. Start to finish, you can apply for a loan in as little as 10 minutes. Our knowledgeable and helpful staff are available to meet with you at your convenience. To learn more about what we can do for you, stop by one of our MILFORD Bank offices or visit us at milfordbank.com. The MILFORD Bank, always there. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Spring has sprung at Walter Stewart's Market, and we're celebrating the new season with fresh takes on spring. From the finest produce around to guaranteed fresh seafood delivered daily by the best local supplier. Not only are we your time-saving one-stop shop for everything you need this season, our personable team is always ready with a helping hand. Shop Stewart's for the best of spring. Find us at 229 Elm Street, New Canaan, or shop online at stewartsmarket.com.
If you've ever thought about owning a motor coach or learning about what it's like to travel the open road in superior style and comfort, then contact Dave's RV Center in Danbury, Connecticut. Offering the best quality Class A motorhomes from Newmar, travel trailers and fifth wheel lines from Surveyor, and a toy hauler line from Work and Play. Choose from Newmar's Gas Line, Baystar and Canyon Star, or from Newmar's Diesel Line, Ventana and Dutch Star. And with unparalleled service and maintenance, Dave's RV is committed to keeping you and your motor coach safely on the road and enjoying it to the fullest. Stop by their showroom, 2 Industrial Plaza Road, Danbury, Connecticut, or call 877-483-3866.
At InSports Trumbull, the game is always on inside. Sign-ups are now open for one of our most popular programs, the New England 80 Elite Lacrosse Division I and Division III showcases. With D1 and D3 coaches in attendance, players will receive a 60-minute webinar with Director of Recruiting Hans Hansen, a custom NE80 penny, custom shorts, and a video of all games. Last year's event sold out quickly, so sign up now for the next showcase coming in January 2018. Like and follow us on Facebook.
And welcome back to the HN Network. Allison Gaskins is joined by one of the players from the Wilton Warriors. Allison, take it away.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Colin Cahal. You have just been so dominant during this whole tournament. In the semis, you went 3 for 3. Tonight, you had the game-winning RBI. How have you remained so dominant?
I mean, it's just been our practices. We've been hitting a lot all year, and it's just all coming together for us, and we put together some good offense throughout the tournament. So.
You won as a sophomore. How does it feel to win now as a senior?
They can't be matched. I mean, each one is so unique. We learned a lot our sophomore year in 2015, and we just built off that, and we're able to put together another team that could get here.
So on Tuesday at the semis, I asked you if you were, hoping that Ridgefield won so you guys could play them in this game. How does it feel to beat them?
It feels good. I know you'll hear from Drew Connolly. This one's for him and the rest of Wilton. We needed this one, so we're happy.
All right, thanks, and congrats on the huge win.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Bye.
Thank you, Allison. And John, you can hear it there. It's definitely a sweet feeling that Wilton gets a win against Ridgefield here.
Oh, you want to beat your rival. When you can beat your rival and take home all the marbles, just makes it that much better.
And Allison is joined by the starting pitcher, Allison.
Guys, I'm here with Billy Black, the pitcher of the game today. Billy, you had 10 strikeouts, only 2 hits, pitched an entire game. What was your mindset during the entire game?
Well, I was struggling with command a little bit, so I definitely wanted to just throw in the zone, let them hit it. I ended up having a couple strikeouts, but my main thing is just I had a great field behind me, probably the best field in the state, or one of, and just let them make plays, and it worked out pretty well.
So that last strikeout that you had that won you guys the game, did you know immediately as soon as the ball left your fingertips that it was going to be a strike?
It was a 1-2 count, I think, so I thought the hitter was expecting off speed, so Jack Donano, my catcher, called a fastball, and I trusted him, and out of my hand it felt pretty good, and once I saw it go into the glove, it's just a little bit surreal.
Black, is there anything that you want to say to your teammates right now?
Just congratulations, and we're going to have a good weekend.
All right, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
All right, Allison, thank you very much. She was joined by the winning pitcher tonight, Billy Black, and John just so dominant again.
Oh, he just came out and did what he had to do. He let his defense make the plays, but you strike out 10 of the 21 outs. You've been pretty dominant. Frank Granito is now down there with, he's got a handful of Warriors with him, and I'm sure they're eager to talk.
Thank you, guys, as I'm here with Henry Stremecki, Drew Connolly, Matt DeLisa, the championship outfield for the Warriors. Matt, first of all, talk about this group a little bit. What has it been like in the outfield all year long?
I mean, I've always said it. We have the best outfield in the FCIAC, whether it's at the plate or in the field. Drew covers, it seems like, miles out there in center field, so he makes my job easy. And then all three of us can really hit and do stuff on the base paths, so that's huge.
Drew, you might have just had the best quote we've heard all season. It's about 4 months too late, but we finally got here. I mean, walk me through what you're feeling right now, dude.
It got a little hairy there at the end, having flashbacks to that basketball game. But, that 4-month wait was definitely worth it in the end because there's no better feeling than this.
And, Henry, for this group, this class, I mean, what does this mean to you guys now, having won the FCIAC championship?
Well, I mean, we've been playing together since we were 8, 9, and we got accustomed to winning early, so we always had that winning culture. And to go out on top last year together with your best friends, there's nothing better.
Well, boys, I want to congratulate you. What a game it was. What a season. Good luck in states. We can't see what the Warriors have got left in the tank heading forward.
Thank you very much.
This is with the championship outfield. Let's go back up to the booth with John and Kevin.
Thank you, Frank. And you just saw it there with Drew Connolly, how sweet it is to beat Ridgefield here in the final.
To have been in that double overtime basketball thriller and fallen short but be that close. And then beat your rival, but not only beat him, but strand the tying run at third base. I'm sure that figured in a little bit. And I'm sure there's also some relief, because I'm sure when that tying run is at third base, this isn't going to happen again. They cannot score late and tie this up again. That's got to be creeping into your mind someplace. They overcome it.
And a great finish to a great season, as great spring season here, as the Wilton Warriors are your 2017 FCIAC champions in baseball. They defeat the Ridgefield Tigers 2-1 in a classic. For John Kovach, I'm Kevin Coleman, and we're gonna take a break. And when we come back, we'll have more thoughts here on the FCIAC championship game.
Want a new experience in car buying? Scap Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, with one of the largest inventories of new 2- and 4-door Wranglers. We are Connecticut's Wrangler headquarters. Come visit our new Ram Truck Center. Browse our websites, scapchryslerjeep.com or scapdodge.net, to find the new Jeep, Chrysler Dodge car, minivan, or Ram truck you've been looking for. Just 2 miles from both I-95 or the Merritt Parkway exit 44. Save thousands right now during the Drive and Discover event, now through May 31st.
Did you know heart attacks and strokes are the leading cause of death in America? Protect the health of you and your loved ones. Talk to a doctor about heart disease. Hi, I'm Dr. David Pazer with ProHealth Physicians, encouraging you to stay informed about health matters that affect you.
ProHealth Physicians is on the pulse of social media to share information about health and nutrition with the community. Get up-to-the-minute alerts, including ProHealth Physicians news and upcoming events. Connecticut's leading group of primary care doctors is just a click away.
And welcome back to Harbor Yard. On behalf of the entire HAN staff, we want to thank you all for tuning in, as Wilton going home, bringing that title back to Wilton High School as your 2017 FCIAC baseball champions. That'll do it here from Harbor Yard. Thank you for watching here on the HAN Network.